Alrighty, I'm back for a real quick recording episode, whatever. This time, hold on a second, where do I have to press? Is it this? No. No. Right, this here. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I just wanted to do this. Intel gathering, no, it's the Nexus files. Right, we're gonna read all of this, because I can in fact read, and reading is good when you want to understand a story. Who would have thought? So, and I'm also hoping that it might maybe explain a little bit of things that took place between Arknights and Arknights Endfield, since I didn't play Arknights, so the more context I can get, the better. So, Terra is a distant planet, the home of the present civilization on Talos 2. Okay, yet the relationship between these two worlds is profoundly complex. In the distant past, the ancestors of Terran civilization originally inhabited Talos 2, later venture into Terra, where they built a glorious civilization amidst catastrophes. Wait, hold on. In the distant past, so I'm taking that means more than 150 years ago? Because, I mean, I don't feel like we really say distant past is like 100 years ago. The ancestors of Terran civilization originally inhabited Talos 2. So does that mean that, technically speaking, they're native to Talos 2 and then they went to Terra and then they came back? Yeah, I'll continue reading. Maybe it'll probably explain it later on. I might be just misunderstanding this. 152 years ago, they crossed through the cosmic gates once more. Oh, was that the gate that was mentioned by that thing at the beginning in the first recording I did? That was being guarded by a deathly something? Ooh, is the gateway between Terra and Talos the thing that's being guarded? Okay, once more. Returning from Terra to Talos 2. While most celebrated this as paving the way, those few who knew the historical truth would whisper another term for it: the homecoming. Okay. So, Talos 2 is the native planet. And then they would go to Terra and then come back. Several years later, the Cosmic Gate was destroyed during the First Angaloy War, severing all connections between Talos 2 and Terra. The surviving humanity could only reminisce about their ancestral home through fragmented records. Oh my god, when I say I can read and then I'm having a hard time understanding like fucking 3 paragraphs. Maybe it's just saying that a long time ago, people from Terra came to inhabit Talos. Okay, that's probably what it's trying to say. I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. With an average radius approximately 1.55 times that of Talos 2, Terra bears planetary dimensions far exceeding its colonial counterparts. Yet remarkably, the cyclical rhythms of day and night, along with seasonal variations, demonstrate negligible differences between the two worlds. Well, that's convenient. This synchronization is widely believed to be the result of precursor technology, an unknown mechanism that somehow calibrated both planets' rotations to match some lost celestial templates. It is this mysterious harmony that allowed the people of Talos 2 to seamlessly adopt the fundamental calendar systems brought from Terra. It is this mysterious harmony that allowed the people of Talos 2 to seamlessly adopt the fundamental calendar system brought from Terra. Okay, so you have people from Terra that came to Talos 2. The people on Talos 2 developed a civilization and a culture and all that, and then later, more people from Terra came to Talos 2. That's the only way this makes sense, unless there were already people on Talos 2. Which, I mean, I suppose isn't impossible, but... let's continue. Terra stands as the primordial birthplace of Originium, where the prime veins first emerged and vast crystalline clusters dominate the landscape. Its resource abundance dwarfs anything found on present-day Talos 2. From the moment humanity first crossed the cosmic gate, scholars have tirelessly attempted to determine the celestial relationship between Terra and Talos 2 through comparative astrometrics. Astrometrics? Yeah. Search in the skies of Talos 2 for any trace of their lost homeworld. Yet to this day, such research has made no conclusive evidence to pinpoint Terra's location among the stars. Okay, so for some reason there was a connection between the two. And there was some kind of precursor technology, an unknown mechanism that somehow calibrated both planets' rotations to match some lost celestial template. I wonder what that celestial template would be, and why the two were connected through this cosmic gate. And apparently they can't find... So either something happened to Terra, or they're just so distant that there's no hope of actually finding Terra from Talos 2. Like, it would be like hundreds of thousands of millions, maybe, of light years away. Originium, the rock cancer, if Twitter is to be believed. Originium is an energy-rich crystalline mineral. It was first brought to Talos 2 by the Arrivan Terrans. Originium exists in multiple distinct forms, serving as humanity's most vital natural energy source and industrial material. With its exceptionally high energy density, it can be directly combusted to release power for immediate use or undergo various refinement processes for specialized applications. When originium expands its vast internal energy, it leaves no residue like ordinary combustibles. Instead, it gradually breaks down into fine particle dust, a transformation known as originium activation. Though this activated state carries the risk of spreading oripathy, such dangers have been effectively contained within Talos 2's controlled environments. The energy released by originium can be converted through multiple pathways into thermal energy and every other known form of power. This unique property, known as originium adaptability, has cemented its irreplaceable role within human economic systems. One of Terra's 3 first originium fragments was transported to Talos 2, becoming the progenitor of all originium on this world. This proliferation is made possible by the mineral's natural growth properties. A key mission of the United Workers Syndicates of Talos 2 involves cultivating originium clusters across the surface of Talos 2 to ensure the sustainable harvesting of this vital resource. A relatively recent discovery revealed that originium was artificially created as an information carrier. It possesses the capacity to reshape its surrounding environment and even influence the course of biological evolution. The true intentions of originium's creators towards Terran civilization remain unclear. What can be stated with certainty is that separating humanity from originium has become, by every measure, an impossibility. So I've seen people on Twitter talking about how crazy it is to use, like, an energy source that causes cancer, but at the same time, I mean, just look at us. It's not too crazy that they'd use an energy source that is also actively killing them. But that's still crazy. What do you mean? A relatively recent discovery. So was that known in, like, Arknights, or is this... Maybe it was discovered, like, later on in the story. Reveal it was artificially created as an information carrier. But, okay, so it was used for energy purposes, but its original intention was to carry information. But how? Is it because it can, like, grow and propagate? It possesses the capacity to reshape its surrounding environment and even influence the course of biological evolution. That seems like a pretty significant thing to take into account. Is it maybe a species that is trying to, like, take over? Is the rock sentient? The true intentions of Originium's creators towards Terran civilization remain unclear. Okay, so essentially, did they intend for this Eurypathy condition to happen? Are their intentions positive, negative, or neutral? And the last line about how it's impossible to separate humanity from Originium is a little concerning. Like, was that the goal of this mysterious alien creator? To, like, make it so humanity and this creation of theirs became inseparable? Questions, questions, questions. Originium Arts. Originium Arts represents humans' methodology for channeling the energy within Originium through specific techniques, directing it into defined forms to achieve particular purposes. Okay. During the dawn of Terran civilization, humans discovered their profound connection with Originium. Wait, during the dawn of Terran civilization? So this thing has been around since, like, forever. Okay, so this isn't like something that just kind of appeared during the fucking 19th or 18th century. This has been with humanity since the beginning. Okay, humans discover their profound connection with Originium. They learned that in Originium-rich environments, they could manifest various natural phenomena through sheer will. Flames springing from palms, frost forming from breath, lightning answering their gaze. These primal techniques became the first Originium arts. As civilization advanced, people developed specialized methods to process Originium for enhanced Originium arts. The devices created through these techniques became known as arts units. Those who primarily rely on such instruments to practice Originium arts earned the designation of casters. Later discoveries revealed that every individual possesses an innate affinity for specific types of Originium arts, and their mastery levels, a phenomenon termed Originium art uniqueness. This inherent nature demonstrates that human capacity for channeling these arts varies fundamentally from birth. To bridge these natural disparities and harness the benefits of Originium arts more efficiently, humanity developed technology to encapsulate these arts within crystalline units, releasing them through mechanical systems. These innovations, known as encapsulated casting units, transformed Originium arts into standardized technology and paved the way for the explosive growth of Originium industry. On Talos 2, humanity continues to reap the conveniences born from this revolutionary development. Okay, I see. This is basically if, like, electricity and batteries give you superpowers, and also cancer. I mean, at least electricity isn't quite as, like, cancer-inducing. I don't think it's not at all, is it? Maybe it's more like radio waves that are a concern, but then again, I don't know, like, how bad those really are. There's a lot of fear-mongering about fucking, what is it already? Yeah, I forgot, whatever. Not important. Right, okay, Cosmic Gate. This is what I want to know more about. Cosmic Gate represents a classification of precursor transportation infrastructure whose operational principles remain only partially understood by contemporary science. Okay, so it's some old alien magic science. On Terra, these structures were positioned on both the northern and southern extremities of the planet's major continents. Talos 2, by contrast, possesses only one confirmed cosmic gate located at its northern polar region. Okay, so that's... We were there at the beginning of the game, right? So there was something about the cosmic gate at the beginning of the game. I wonder if it's not just a spatial gate, but it's also like a time gate in a certain sense. You know, space and time. One in the same, kind of. When discovered by humanity, both cosmic gates on Terra were found in states of severe damage. Through immense effort, researchers managed to restore the less damaged northern structure, commonly called the Sami Cosmic Gate. Exploration revealed it led to what was initially termed subspace, though this has since been determined not to be true. Not to be true Aetherside. After countless attempts and sacrifices following the reactivation of the precursor celestial calculation and measurement device known as the Celestial Fulcrum within Terra's home star system, humanity finally identified the cosmic gate's paired counterparts. This breakthrough allowed the first steps onto the soil of Talos 2. Ooh. Okay, this raises a few questions. Because this is implying that there was an alien race once upon a time that had gates connecting Terra and the planet Terra and the moon Talos 2. So whatever this alien race was doing, it was doing something. The fact that they're completely gone, and it doesn't seem like anyone has any idea of, like, who the fuck they were. There's just a gate from there leading to another moon that's somewhere. Is there even any reason to believe it's in the same universe? Like, could that be an interdimensional gate? During the colonization of Talos 2, humanity exercised deliberate caution, yeah, no shit, by refraining from any modifications to the planet's cosmic gate. Yeah, you don't want to change the destination and all that. This prudent approach meant no additional cosmic gates were discovered in the process. However, scientists across the civilization band widely maintain that other cosmic gates must exist within Talos 2's star system. The vital passage between... Ooh, I wonder if this is implying that we're going to go to other planets or moons in the future. This vital passage between Terra and Talos 2 remained operational for 5 years until the outbreak of the first Agoloi. Is it supposed to be pronounced Angoloi? Because that's how I keep hearing it, but there's no N there. Agoloi? Whatever. Agoloi War, when humanity lost access to the Talos 2 cosmic gates. Today, the Talos 2 cosmic gate lies shrouded beneath the aurora of Talos 2. Right, so that's definitely where we're at. Where we were at the beginning of the game. Beyond the reach of human activity, its current condition, along with the status of Terra on the other side, has become inaccessible to human knowledge. The Agoloi aren't native to Talos 2, are they? Like, it mentions that they drop from the sky. I wonder if they have anything to do with the alien race that made the gates. The First Agoloi War. The First Agoloi War refers to the decade-long conflict spanning from Talosian calendar year 5 to 15 fought between humanity and hostile forces primarily composed of Agoloi. Historical records predating Talosian calendar year 142 document this conflict simply as the Angoloi War, referencing the same engagement. The war divides into two distinct phases, separated by the pivotal events of Talosian calendar year 11. The war's initial phase was marked by catastrophic disasters caused by the Agoloi and widespread chaos among human forces. Within the first 24 hours of the conflict, suddenly emergent anchor points allowed massive Agoloi swarms to overwhelm and obliterate humanity's earliest cities around the northern cosmic gates. Talos 2's inaugural city. Okay. They seized complete control of the polar region, potentially triggering the phenomenon now known as the Aurora of Talos 2, through means that remain unknown. The subsequent 6 years saw surviving human populations driven southward under relentless Agoloi pressure, progressively losing technological capabilities throughout their forced migration. By Talosian calendar year 11, the current administrator had assisted the remaining human factions in reorganizing their forces, enabling effective resistance against the Agoloi incursions. This marked the transition to the war's later phase. Following a major military campaign in Talos year 15, Agoloi activities in southern regions were finally contained. Significant events during this period include Sami the Faramut joining the Agoloi War, the Wild Hunt Uprising initiated by Sami's followers, and founding of the Order of Steel Oath. Hold on a second. Sami? Yeah, like this one here, commonly called the Sami Cosmic Gate. I do wonder what the connection here is. Okay. For humanity, major Agalor disasters and combat operations concluded by the end of Talosian calendar year 15. Consequently, some regard this year as the war's official end. Others maintain that the conflict truly reached its conclusion only with the establishment of the civilization bad in Talosian calendar year 17. Lots of questions. If they're not native to Talos too, then where do they come from? And why? And did they also attack Terra or only Talos too? Because if communications were cut off, then there's no real way of knowing what's even going on Terra, right? And hold on, let me just see here again. Right, so and obliterate humanity's earliest cities around the northern cosmic gate, Talos 2's inaugural city. They seized complete control of the polar region, potentially triggering the phenomenon known as the Aurora of Talos 2, through means that remain unknown. But why? Is it because they brought the rock cancer? Much to figure out. Give me a second, I gotta blow my nose real quick. Alrighty, how long have I been recording for? 21 minutes. Okay, I still have time. Civilization Band. Okay, the Civilization Band designates the collective human societies operating under the framework of the Band Accord, hereinafter referred to as the Accord, adhering to its established statutes and regulations. Okay. The Civilization Band comprises various sized factions, coalitions, and organizations. Bound by Accord restrictions, it does not accept self-declared nation-states as members. Using the Accord as its foundational framework, it promotes technical specialization and autonomy among members, sustains humanity's basic survival on Talos 2, and strives for human self-actualization in this world. Individuals possessing Civilization Band recognized status who reside within territories administered by its constituent factions and organizations are designated band residents. This group constitutes over 90% of Talos 2's total population. I keep wanting to say Talos' 2's, but that doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, that's whatever. Okay, and I'm guessing that the land breakers are the 10% that aren't part of that group. The three largest factions within the Civilization Band are the United Workers Syndicates of Talos 2, known as the UWST, the Talos 2 General Chamber of Commerce, known as TGCC, and the affiliated Hongshan Academy of Sciences of Tianxi Bureau of Great Yan, also known as HAS. Under the Accords framework, these three entities collectively hold the designation of unshakable members of the Band Accord, abbreviated as U3. They are widely recognized as the Major Three or the Big Three. Endfield Industries also stands as a significant member of the Civilization Band. For convenience and to maintain neutrality, Dijiang houses dedicated conference facilities where band members conduct general discussions regarding Accord amendments and other collective matters. Okay, so I feel like Dijiang is technically part of the Accord, but not officially because it's meant to be neutral ground, which makes sense. Zeroth Directive. Oh, yes. Confirm in progress. One progress condition met. Confirm in authority level. Authority level 8. Authority level 8 authority conditions met. Awakened. Confirm in progress. Two progress conditions met. Confirm in authority level. Authority level 8 authority conditions met. Awakened. Accepted. Isn't that just repeated? Hold on. Confirm in progress. Progress 1. 1, 2. Okay, so the authority level didn't change. It's 8th authority conditions met, but the confirm in progress, 1 progress condition met, and then 2 progress conditions met, accepted. Ooh, okay. Hub base. The hub base serves as a crucial facility for Enfield Industries dedicated to automated industry complex research and automated industry equipment manufacture. Yes. Approximately 2 decades ago, the UWST eliminated the giant Agelos asteron that assaulted Valley 4 though at grievous costs. The conflict left regional development paralyzed, creating an urgent need for economic revitalization. This timing coincided with Enfield Industries seeking a location with strategic accessibility and open terrain suitable for automated industry complex developments. The mutual needs led to a natural partnership, resulting in a renewable 10-year lease agreement. Construction of the hub base commenced shortly thereafter. The hub base carries the critical mission of advancing automated industry complex development. Since its establishment, it has efficiently completed research and implementation of numerous projects, including industrial equipment miniaturization. Ooh, we read about that. Flexible device deployment, and protocol control systems. While Enfield Industries maintains similar facilities across Talos 2, any quantified assessment of the company's technological progress over the past 2 decades would undoubtedly rank the hub base as its foremost contributor. That's what we've started to build. Talos 2. Oh, yes. Talos 2 is a natural satellite of the gas giant named Talos. The Frontier's mates? Okay, Frontier's mates from Terra reopened the cosmic gates and first stepped foot upon the moon 152 years ago. Talos 2 has a nitrogen-rich atmosphere, enough oxygen for life, and sufficient greenhouse gases to keep it warm. However, the alien sun and the massive gas giant that looms in the skies are constant reminders for the pioneers and the countless light years. Wait, hold on. However, the alien sun and the massive gas giant that looms in the skies are constant reminders for the pioneers and the countless light years that exist between their current location and their distant homes. Wait. Are constant reminders for the pioneers about of the countless light years that exist between their current location and their distant home. Anyways. Wait, no, this is pissing me off. It doesn't make sense. I think it makes sense. Hold on. However, the alien sun and the massive gas giant that looms in the skies are constant reminders, yes, for the pioneers and the countless light years that exist between their current location and their distant homes. Yeah, no, I guess it makes sense. It's just... I don't know, anyways. Fortunately, the Great Mountain Ranges, crisscrossing river systems, and rich vegetation covered nurtured a rather resilient biosphere. After the Cosmic Gate collapsed, the Terrans survived on Talos 2 for well over a century. Natural resources have been essential to supporting the livelihood of local populations. For generations, the stranded Terrans and their descendants built and expanded various outposts and towns across this world and created new footholds for civilization. According to astronomical observations, there are an undisclosed number of natural satellites besides Talos 2 orbited around the gas giants, but only the latter is habitable. Given the unique position of Talos 2 in this star system, as well as the presence of the Cosmic Gate, we have reason to believe that this habitable environment was not a coincidental gift of the universe. Were the alien creator beings that made Originium also responsible for the Cosmic Gates? Is the question. And don't go thinking I've forgotten about the creepy girl with the other half of a person as like the top of her uniform outfit, whatever was going on with that. Endfield Industries. Endfield Industries is an independent company that primarily focuses on providing pioneer industrial technologies and services. The Endfield vision is to build and expand into the frontiers of Talos 2. When the first scientific survey teams arrived at Talos 2, Rhodes Island and its other partners jointly founded Endfield Industries to serve as a think tank and forward prospector. So I know Rhodes Island is from Arknights. I know that. I also know of Amia, the bunny girl. The administrator led numerous Enfield geological survey teams and generated detailed maps for numerous frontier regions. After the link between Talos 2 and Terra was severed, the frontier mates of the New World were forced to face the threats posed by the Agoloi and the Blight on their own. Right, so we saw mentions of blights earlier too. Are those two not the same thing? Like, does the Igoloi cause the blight? Does the blight cause the Igoloi? On their own. Enfield thus stepped to the forefront and continued to do so till this very day. Enfield became an integral part of the future of Talos 2 due to its novel technologies such as Protocol Originium Teleportation, Automated Industries Complex, AIC, Controlled Originium Distribution, and the OMV Dijiang, the only orbital vehicle of Talos 2. As dangers emerged to threaten the budding civilization of the New World, Enfield once again initiated its journey to expand the frontiers. United Workers Syndicates of Talos 2, UWST. The United Workers Syndicates of Talos 2, UWST, is the largest union of self-governing worker syndicates on Talos 2. It believes in the guiding law where quantitative change will transform into qualitative change. Okay, so the more change you do, the better it'll become? The UWST is the manufacturer of most industrial and mining machinery, facilities, and tools used on the planet. It is also the undisputed leader of raw materials and resource production in the New World. The history of the UWST dates back to the age of Terra. UWST crewmates actively participated in the frontiering of Talos 2 and were the very first organization to reach the New World. The UWST provided detailed and professional work planning as well as brutish yet extremely powerful fleets of machinery that were essential and instrumental during the early phase expansions across Talos 2 and the rebuilding after the First Agoloi War. The UWST of today seems hampered by its ever-growing yet inflexible organization, but they continue to cling to the UW spirits. The United Workers symbolize humanity's construction and expansion efforts. With the support of precision logistics from the Talos 2 General Chamber of Commerce, TGCC, one of the other big three, and powerful new technologies provided by Hongshan Academy of Sciences, HAS, the other one, the UWST continues to churn out one forward base after another from the gargantuan yards of their industrial mothership, Matt Gorodov. Ooh, I'm sure we're gonna go there eventually. After all, the UWST is the engine that drives the expansion of the human frontier. Okay. Hongshan Academy of Sciences. How long have I been recording for? Okay, I'm just gonna blow my nose again real quick. I also took a quick sip of water because my throat is getting a little dry. Well, more my mouth than my throat, but you know what I mean. Hold on, let me see where I am right now. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna read this one and then I'm gonna call it quits. Seems like a pretty good place to... Wait, no, actually, I'm gonna call it quits now, and I'm gonna start next episode over here because I've already been recording for 33 minutes and I don't want to rush it, so I think it's better to be safe than sorry. Other than that, let me just check this real quick. Findings. Right, so we've already read these. And this here mentioned the blight zone. I remember that. And did she not mention also... Right, this is where they talked about the miniaturization also. Remember that. What about this? Explore the world for more intel. Audio recordings. Accident.
Hello?
Oh, right. We already listened to that. Okay. I think I'm going to try to explore this a little bit more. Ooh. The Endfield database is a collection of various informations about Talos 2. Okay. Any items collected? Okay, that makes sense. Threat files, probably enemies. Ooh. Okay, you know what? We're going to spend the next 30 minutes trying to look through the... not this. Not the endless list of tutorials, which is fine. Honestly, if the tutorial just, like, appears and you can ignore it, that's fine by me, honestly. I think that's the best way to do tutorials. Weapon files. I don't really have much of anything here, huh? Ooh, what is that? That's a 5-star. It's hella cool. I'm gonna have to make sure I write down what I read so I don't reread things. Quite cool. Oh, what I want- wait, hold on. Can we see the lore of things we don't have? Oh, thank God, okay. So we can, in fact... Wait, can I? What is this? Is there any stories? Anything? Why not? I don't need that. Weapon skills? Nah. Okay. Gear. Ooh. Can I put that on? What is that? Independently designed by Enfield Industries and assembled by the AIC, this equipment improves the wearer's combat capabilities. Protective equipment for mining operations. Value for safety and protection standards dictate that mining requires for work. The minimum requirements for work protection must comprise a 2-layered protection of a soft cushioning layer and 2 hard rigid protection. That is sensible. Facility. Refinement. Yeah. Power. Oh, wait, no. What about this? Once connected to the power grid, this pylon can wirelessly power all Enfield facilities. Right, I think I already read that. Wireless electrical connections is one of the biggest technological breakthroughs achieved by Enfield Industries. This tech was further improved with Techno Protocol to provide the very foundation of the AIC factory. Yes, that is quite nice. Relay tower. Ooh, view chain. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, okay. So this is how you do it. I see. Okay. Items. Ooh. Natural resources. Yes, I already read that. I remember that. What about this one here? A fruit that can be gathered from the wilderness and planted. Okay, that's citromes are part of the botanical genus of Zytros that usually grows in the central continental regions of Talos 2. The species and cultivars grown in the civilization band tend to yield large fruits with tough, fibrous flesh. What can I use that for? Hmm. I will have to research that. Apparently. What about this? Explosives, I guess? Can be used for treatment and the making of fine food and medicine. Fine F&M. Do not provide seeds. Buck flowers bloom in mid-April. Plants with the most fiery red flowers are called firebuckles. And I don't actually know what that does yet. Gatherable. Wait, no, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Let's just... Wait, more things? What? What did I not... Oh, right. Enemies. This is what I wanted to read. Why the hell did I not read that first? How long have I been recording for? Okay, I have time. RAM. The Kriosan archive that is amongst the earliest recorded form of Igloy and most commonly encountered. It attacks by ramming its victims with its horns. Oh, damn. Hold on a second. If I click here. Okay. Sure. The Kentron would charge pieces of itself with energy and propel them with inertial launching. The energy efficiency of this mechanism is extremely low. You know what? Let's read this. Aegolos. The Aegolos plural, Igoloi, refer to any hostile and animated entity comprising natural matter and a halo structure, and is created by an anchor via catalytic construction. Throughout the history of humanity's expansion across Talos II, the Igoloi have always been our primary threat. The Igoloi War was named after the enemy fought by humanity. There are 4 currently verified modes of Agaloid behavior. 1. Construction. 2. Deconstruction. 3. Mimicry. And 4. Attacking human/human-built objects. However, since the anchor-induced Agaloid formation process resembles that of industrial production, we are uncertain if the Agaloid can be classified as a living or biological life form. If they're not, then who's controlling them and why? The construct pattern of an anguloid entity refers to its outward appearance made of movement and means of attack. A single anchor tends to create anguloid with only a limited number of construct patterns, though they may include occasional non- or alter pattern variants. Hence, an anchor's property is defined by the range of anguloid construct patterns it can create. Okay. Since the first Agaloid War, humanity has encountered new construct patterns of Agaloi, given rise to the standard Agaloid classification (SAC) system. The SAC is designed to help users research and identify weaknesses and best tactics for neutralizing a particular Agalos. Currently, most Agaloid threats come in the form of raids stemming from unknown sources or random anchor falls. Nevertheless, humanity's history records describe how the entirety of the northern frontier was destroyed within 24 hours of the first Agaloid War broke out. After the first Agaloid War broke out. The Agalos is likely to remain the greatest challenge faced by human civilization on Talos II. Okay. Let's just read what these are. Landbreaker. Okay. The Landbreakers usually refer to groups of armed raiders in the fringes of society who make a living by robbery or other forms of criminal violence. The concept of landbreaking is unique to Talos II. The origins of the Landbreakers can be traced back to the 90th year after the Terrans first arrived at Talos II. Jacob Mason, the warlord of the wilds, named his massive bandit army the Landbreakers. The former hero of the Igalory War occupied a large Originium cultivation site and founded the most dangerous raider organization in the history of Talos II. As a warlord, Jacob left a rather permanent mark upon Talosian history. Though he and his Landbreakers were completely defeated by the Civilization Band, people still use the term to describe organized groups of armed criminals that disregard the laws and order of civilization. When Jacob Mason's criminal organization was destroyed by the Civilization Band, his legacy was inherited by 3 major clans, namely the Bone Crushers, the Pack, and the Sand Reavers. These clans have different perspectives on their relationship with the Civilization Band. In addition, the 3 major clans and numerous small in addition to the 3 major clans, numerous smaller Landbreaker clans and war bands are also active throughout Talos II. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm guessing there isn't like a single category for all of that. Okay. Let's see if I can just get rid of all of these. I wonder if they give pull-in material, and I forget what it's called. Okay. That's all good. No more... What about this? Oh, I don't think this appears on the screen when I'm recording. Alright, okay, this is just, yeah, okay, let's just ignore that. And I'm gonna check this real quick. Yeah, no, we're gonna wait for that again. And we're waiting for this too. So, I'm gonna end this episode right here. Doodles!